Part 4. National Games Online Game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 31. This scene in the courtyard, Xiaoguo did not hide it at all, or rather, the whole world knew about it, and it was useless to hide it. So the photos of these stone jars were quickly uploaded to the internet by the Xia state official. The scene in the courtyard soon attracted the attention of people all over the world. Oh my mother! These stone jars look like they're a few years old. Yes, I think these stone jars alone are worth a lot of money, right? I don't know where these monkey wine will be used, it looks like a lot, but there are more than 1 billion people in the country, and it is impossible for us to drink it. Come on, you, this is all from Gongsunli's sacrifice, and other young ladies can have this kind of courage, why can't we? Yes, if you want me to say, drink it directly to our soldiers. Isn't the beautiful country rampant? Kill him. That's it, transform the bodies of our soldiers. I think there are a few people who dare to provoke our Xia kingdom. Here, the masses in the Xia kingdom are discussing fiercely, and in foreign countries, the elders of many countries are now preparing to fly to the Xia kingdom. The effect of this monkey wine is too powerful, and everything is said to come to a piece of the pie. Even a small cup would be nice, so at least you can do your own research and maybe find something. However, how could Xiaoguo not know their movements, and how could he be willing to share such a good thing with other countries? In just half an hour, Grand Elder Xia had already made his decision. Only one liter will be left for research, and the rest will be transported away now and distributed to the soldiers, remember. The amount must be controlled, I think, it can be mixed with some water, so that more soldiers can drink it. The great elder walked into the courtyard with a group of principals, looked at the hundreds of large vats in front of him, and stepped forward directly. But now let's have a few of us, shall we try it first? As he spoke, he directly took the spoon handed over by the guard and scooped it up. This is understandable, after all, the great elder is also old, and he works hard every day, and if this monkey wine can help his body become better, it will be a good thing. After taking a sip, the great elder immediately felt that he was physically and mentally comfortable, and immediately understood why Sun had buried his entire head in the first place and drank it. Because he himself has this urge now, just one bite has already made him feel that his body is very different from before. It's like being 2 years younger. This time it's a blessing to the little girl, ha 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 ha. After the great elder finished drinking, he resisted the urge to continue drinking, and hurriedly waved his hand to let everyone take it all away. After all, people from other countries are rushing here, anyway, you will finish drinking by then, and you will be late. When the time comes, if you really want it, you can go to the lab and find those old pedants to get it, and anyway, there is a total of 1 liter left. Those old pedants, but they are even more difficult than him. He is not afraid of looking for trouble like some beautiful country, no matter how Xiaoguo says, it is also the second largest country, are you unhappy? However, the great elder did not forget about diplomacy, and specially instructed those countries that were friendly with Xiaoguo that they could actually divide a few milliliters for them to study. After everything was arranged, the great elder left directly in the car, wanting to find me. I'm sorry, I don't have time, you can make trouble by yourself. Anyway, the most important thing now is second home, and he doesn't believe that those people can stay in Xia country forever. In this way, more than hundreds of jars of monkey wine were consumed in an instant, but outsiders had never drunk monkey wine, and no one knew what was the difference between those soldiers who drank monkey wine now. Naturally, in the international community, the beautiful country did not forget to criticize the Xia country, but the Xia country ignored it. Anyway, your country will not share the benefits to me, why should we share it with you? Xiaoguo's actions this time made the masses of the whole country cheer. Sun, who was still in the cave, looked at the remaining vats of monkey wine in front of him, and his heart was quite satisfied. These tanks are enough for her to drink for a few years, but the only unpleasant thing is that she doesn't have a container. Suck. Leaned down and took another sip. Sun smashed his mouth with satisfaction. It still tasted the same. She had already tried to accept the ring just now, and now there was only one stone jar left outside. Just like that, Sun sucked slowly while waiting for Yo-Yu's awakening. Suck. Buried his head and took another sip. Sun raised his little head. What is that? Sun's eyes suddenly caught a glimpse of something on the ground, which looked like a small piece of animal skin, only 20 centimeters in size. Whew. Sun picked it up with both hands and blew the dust on it. Looking at the situation, this cloth should be some years old, and it seems that those monkeys don't care. It may have been pressed under the stone jar before, but the stone jar was exposed after it was taken away. Is this a map? Then the light on the light cocoon. Sun clearly saw the contents on this animal skin. There is not a single word on it, it is all drawing, and it looks a little rudimentary. It's just that Sun immediately noticed the shape of the hill. This is the I'm in right now Monkey Mountain. Sun's eyes widened. She saw the mountain on the map, as well as the river she had encountered, but because the map was too small, it was obvious that the map was incomplete. Or rather, the map is too big. At the top of the map, there seems to be a huge mountain, but only a corner is missing, and the map is gone when you get there. Is that the right place in the middle of the forest? Sun speculated in her heart that she was now going up the river, and her destination was there. It seems that my own guess is not wrong. The most central of each territory, the most likely clue to the occupation of land. Sun's face was unprecedentedly serious, and she never forgot the land requisition order hanging on her waist. The mountain, which only showed one horn, caught Sun's attention. Huh. Suddenly, Sun felt that the light cocoon that had been floating in the air had moved. Yo-Yo is coming out. Sun was startled, and directly stuffed the map into the NA ring, and then stared at the light cocoon tightly. National Games Online Game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 32. Buzz. I saw that the light cocoon burst out with extremely bright light, and the entire cave was illuminated in an instant without a single dead end. But Sun didn't feel the dazzling light at all, but in this light, he felt quite comfortable. It's a bit of a warm feeling. Yo. With a long groan, Sun knew that this was Yo-Yu's awakening. Click. The sound of hooves hitting the ground sounded, and the cocoon of light, which had been a round light, was slowly shrinking and gradually becoming the shape of a deer. I saw the light gradually shrink and slowly coalesce. The first thing that appeared in front of Sun's eyes was the pair of antlers on Yo-Yu's head. The originally pure white antlers were stained with some red and green after this time, and it looked a little more quaint and sacred. It makes people feel even more unfathomable. Buzz. Suddenly, the white light contracted rapidly, and in an instant, the entire cave was completely darkened. Yo-Yo. Sun called softly, and he clearly felt that Yo-Yo was standing in front of him, but because it was too dark, he couldn't see anything. As he spoke, a faint white light lit up again, and Yo-Yo, who had completed her evolution, entered everyone's sight again. I saw that Yo-Yo at this moment was more than twice as big as before, and now the height of her back alone had reached Sun's chest. And in addition to the change in color on the antlers, there are also some red and green patterns on his tail and body. If the pure white Yo-Yo before looked only holy, then the current Yo-Yo looks noble, mysterious, and old. Yes, the current Yo-Yo is no longer in her infancy, but Sun also knows that there is probably still a long way to go before she grows up. Ding! A mysterious voice rang out. The bloodline of the divine beast Yo-Yo Lumming has improved, and there has been a mutation, and this is the growth period. Awakening talent: if someone is embarrassed, the antlers can be charged to send out an energy ball, which can cause stun to the enemy, and the stun effect depends on the enemy's strength. Hearing the announcement of second home, Siunk woke up from shock, yes, shock. Because he found that the current yo-yo looks familiar. Meet the deer. Siun's face was sluggish, and even the corners of his mouth twitched twice unconsciously. But it's a stag. Looking at the two huge antlers on Yo-Yo's head, Siun fell into deep suspicion. It seems that Yao also has antlers on her head, but she is a female. AHH. And isn't Yao's first skill vertigo? Yo. Seeing Siun stunned in place, but Yo-Yu took the initiative to rub it over, and Siun instantly threw those thoughts away. Whatever, he hasn't grown up yet. But you're able to carry me now, right? Siun's eyes lit up, and he didn't wait for Yo-Yu's reaction, and sat on Yo-Yu's back directly. Wow! Well done. Sitting on Yo-Yu's back, Siun could clearly feel that Yo-Yu had no effort at all to get him up. Now, it really saves a lot of effort, and the speed of the journey may be faster in the future. That's right, you've got a natural skill. Looking at the two antlers in front of him, Siun felt a burst of excitement in his heart. This time there were not too many surprises. And at this moment, what is more excited than Siun are those Xiaoguo viewers who have been staying in the live broadcast room to watch. See, I think Yo-Yo will be enough to be a Genkuo divine beast in the future. Can just one evolution have such a great effect? Doesn't that mean that it is really possible to become a human in the future? Cultivation game. Yo-Yo is really getting better and better, and her appearance is really high. Hey, don't forget, the most important thing is its natural skill. What kind of superpower is this? Humans can't do it with weapons, right? Divine beast. Bloodline enhancement. And mutated, although I haven't seen other fierce beasts, but I dare to say that now Yo-Yu's bloodline is definitely the most powerful in second home. No one can be done, great, with Yo-Yo. I think Gongsunli's life is at least guaranteed. Damn, Gongsunli's luck is really against the sky. What map did you just pick up, and Yo-Yu can take her to the road? Yes, I'll go. So, if that land occupation really has to go to the center, wouldn't it be very fast to ride Yo-Yo? It can't be that easy, right? I don't think it's so optimistic. Yes, I also think, no matter how you say it, Yo-Yo still hasn't grown, the speed must not be so fast, and the introduction of its natural skills, it is obvious that it will not work against powerful enemies, so it's better to keep a low profile. Yes. If there is really any accident, Gongsun will leave a little girl and go back to the pre-liberation period overnight. The other foreign viewers looked at the audience of Xiaoguo for a while, and then looked at the face of Siun sitting on Yo-Yo's back and laughing wildly on the screen, remembering that his country didn't even get a glass of monkey wine, and finally couldn't help it. Kill the grandson. Capture the deer. Kill the grandson. Capture the deer. Kill the grandson. Capture the deer. All of a sudden, on the Blue Star, all the countries that were at odds with the Xia Kingdom were like forming an alliance. In particular, a few countries that were already more radical, such as the Beautiful Country, the Stick Country, and the Cherry Blossom Country, were directly attacked internationally. Then, the official Xia state directly posted some soldiers' training videos strengthened by monkey wine, and suddenly some countries that were about to move put away their careful thoughts. But no matter how much quarrel is here, it will not affect Siun. Boom! With a loud bang, the hole in the cave was instantly broken, and a man and a deer walked out of it. Originally, Siun didn't want to be so violent, but when Yo-Yu grew up, he couldn't get out of the small hole, so he had to do this. Harm. Looking at the corpse of the giant ape that fell to the ground, Sun couldn't help but sigh. Anyway, this time, thank you. Sun hugged the giant ape's corpse quite arrogantly. Yes, she gained too much this time. It was all up to the giant ape to show the way, but the giant ape still died at her hands. You're too big, I can't help you erect a monument, and I don't want to destroy this ecological environment. In short, there will be other beasts to help you clean up, so you don't have to worry too much. Sun looked at the corpse of the giant ape and said calmly. Then I'll go first. Just turn over and... Dear. Let's go. Sun's hand pointed in the direction of the center of the forest. Although Yo-Yo's current speed is not very fast, he still quickly left the territory of the monkey clan. Suck. Sun, who was sitting on Yo-Yo's back, had a hint of crimson on his face at the moment, and he was holding a container rolled into leaves in his hand, which was filled with green liquid. Apparently, she was drinking again. Speaking of such a dangerous place, why doesn't she have a heart at all? Looking at her enjoyment, Xiaoguo's audience had no strength to complain. Huh. Sun, who was originally in a blur of eyes, suddenly snorted softly, and came to his senses in an instant. Wait a minute, I've got a lot of fun. Sun rolled over and fell to the ground, and then squatted down. Which country's cutie is this? Looking at the obvious traces of being trampled on the ground, a smile leaked from the corner of Sun's mouth. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 33. Damn. Is this about to meet the pioneers of other countries? Hurry up, go to the live broadcast room of other countries to see, which country's pioneer is here. It's over. Gongsun is a girl, and she has just come out of the cave and is about to encounter danger again. This is terrible. Gongsunli has a land requisition order. What if the person I meet has a gun in his hand? She can still laugh. It's dangerous. I don't think we should make up for this kind of uncertainty by ourselves, right? Xiaoguo's live broadcast room has become a mess at the moment. Not only the masses are anxious, but even several bigwigs in the official live broadcast room are also in a hurry. There is a middle-aged man in military uniform next to Hu Bing. His name is Huang Qi, known as the military god of the Xia kingdom. Since the monkey wine appeared, he applied to his superiors to be transferred to the live broadcast room to pay attention to Gongsunli at any time. Of course, this is also Hu Bing's request, because Hu Bing is also a little incomprehensible about Gongsunli. At this moment, Huang Qi's face was solemn. Is it confirmed? Which country's pioneer just passed through here? It seems to be from the country of sticks. Hu Bing was holding a piece of information in his hand, on which were some simple explanations of the pioneers of the stick country that had just been reported by the official. Kim Sung-ian, the pioneer of the country of sticks, with weapons, pistols, daggers, etc. Huang Qi looked at the information in his hand carefully. Obviously, from the current point of view, this is a threat to Gongsunli. It really doesn't seem easy this time. Even if Yo-Yo evolves, in the face of a pistol, this is... Hu Bing's tone was obviously lacking in confidence, because no one had seen what Yo-Yo's natural skills were like. At this time, the audience of the stick country, which has not had a good relationship with Xiaoguo, began to come to the spirit. I didn't expect the pioneer of Xia Kingdom, who was a treasure, to let us bump into it first, ha ha ha. The opportunity for the rise of our stick country is today. Give her some color and take a look, Kim Sung-ian. Kill that Xia country woman and rob her land requisition order. This time, we are the stick country, and we vow to become the world's largest country. Soon, the live broadcast rooms of Xiaoguo and Bangza country attracted the attention of people all over the world. The Players of two countries meet, this is a big thing, and if one is not careful, it will be the end of the country. In addition, this is the second time that the two countries have met, but unlike the first time, the beautiful country and the cherry blossom country are originally allies. And the country of sticks and the country of Xia, it is no problem to say that they are not dying. What's more, the land requisition order on Gongsunli's body is enough to make some alliances turn against each other. Second home has been around for so long, and the land requisition order only appears in this piece, isn't it enough to explain its preciousness? This time, the land requisition order is changing hands. It's a pity. Such a beautiful little girl, I don't know what Kim Sung-ian should do. Ha 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 ha. I see, life is the most important, a little girl, it's best to kill, otherwise we can't afford the wrath of the Xia kingdom, but that divine beast has to stay, and it will be the totem of our stick country in the future. Ha ha ha. That's right. The country of sticks is all a bunch of fools, haven't you forgotten how the giant ape died? Can you beat the third order fierce beasts? Be careful not to be killed by our Xia kingdom's Gongsun Li. But, they have guns. Pass my orders, assemble and transfer troops, damn, if the situation is not right, just call me. Xia Guo obviously knew that Gongsunli's land requisition order would put her in a place of no return, so he directly began to lay a huge amount in the real world. They had already thought that if Gongsunli really encountered an accident, then in the last few minutes of the Xia kingdom, they would also take the stick country down. It's a pity that Sun didn't know that Xia Quarren was so unoptimistic about him. What's more, I haven't seen anyone yet. Yo, you should be able to smell it, right? Sun watched from the side for a long time and found that the traces left by Jinqianzhen were not quite right. It looks like it's in a hurry, like it's running away, but there's no sign of the beast chasing you. What the hell is this guy doing? Sun's brows gradually furrowed. Yo. Suddenly, Yo-Yo's cry came. Discovery. Sun was stunned for a moment, and walked directly in the direction of Yo-Yo. Go, follow what you smell, and take me to him. Sun patted Yo-Yo's head, then turned over and did it. Ha ha ha. See. This is the vanguard of your Xia kingdom, automatic door-to-door delivery. Ha ha. Even if there seems to be something wrong with our pioneer spirit, it is not a big problem to deal with this little girl. That's right, although I don't know why our vanguard fled frantically just now, but it doesn't matter now, right now, everything in your Xia kingdom will belong to our stick country. Looking at Gongsunli, who was sitting on Yo-Yo's back with a disapproving face, the nerves of everyone in Xia kingdom tensed. Be safe. National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 34. Ha ha ha. Kim Sung-ian, a player from the country of sticks, was holding onto a big tree next to him and panting at the moment. It was obvious that he had just gone through a vigorous workout. What the hell was that? Recalling the scene just now, he once suspected that he was dazzled, but he didn't have the courage to go back. The audience in the country of sticks also thought he was a little inexplicable, and they didn't see anything, but they saw him running and shouting ghosts, ghosts, ghosts. Only Jinqianzhen himself knew that there was a black shadow that had been chasing him behind him just now, but he didn't know when. That black shadow disappeared, and at the same time, the trace of horror in his heart also disappeared. He dared to stop and rest for a while. Damn, it's a bit of a back. There's only one canned meat left, and there's no water. Kim Sung-ian sat down while complaining, holding the can of meat he had just opened in his hand, and after taking a satisfied bite, he was ready to put it away. It was the only food he had left, and he had to save some food. Yo. Suddenly, a cry came to mind behind him, and Kim Sung-ian's face, who just wanted to take a break, instantly turned pale. Beast. Kim Sung-ian scolded in his heart. He had just escaped from that ominous place, and he met a fierce beast again. Ho! Ho! Jin Chen quietly touched the pistol on his waist. This is not the first time he has encountered a fierce beast, but the first few times he has had better luck. He slipped away before the beasts noticed him, but this time, it was clear that he couldn't. Kim Sung-ian turned his head stiffly. Huh! Suddenly, his pupils widened, and he realized that the situation behind him was different from what he had imagined. Behind him, a huge white deer was standing quietly, and on the back of the deer, there was also a girl who looks like she is drunk. Yu looked at Jin Chen in front of him with curiosity. This was the first time he had seen a ray similar to Sun, but he didn't know why. The smell on his body was very annoying. It was far from smelling as good as Sun's body, and Yu thought so in her heart. East. Oriental face. Jin Chen hurriedly stood up. He has lived for 30 years, and this is the first time he has seen such an amazing girl, let alone in this second home. Miss. You. Are you from Sakura country or? I'm from Xia. Huh. Summer. Xiaquaran. Looking at Gongsunli on the back of the deer, Jin Chen opened his mouth wide. The relationship between the stick country and the Xia country is not good. It smells so good. What's that? Suddenly, Jin Chen smelled a special fragrance, like the smell of wild fruits, and then he noticed the container made of leaves in Sun's hand. Boom! Kim Sung-ian swallowed a mouthful of spit, and it was clear from his chapped lips that he hadn't drunk water for a long time. No. Jin Chen's eyes suddenly widened, because he saw the sign on Sun's waist. Land Requisition Order. Yes, Xia Kingdom Pioneer Gongsunli. Land Requisition Order. Divine Beast. Kim Sung-ian instantly remembered what the world announcement had said. She is the grandson of the... The shock of this moment made him forget for a moment that he only wanted to drink water now. And at this moment, the most nervous is not Kim Sung-ian or Sun, but the audiences of the two countries outside. Kim Sung-ian, you should. Now that you know her identity, take out your gun. As long as you shoot, everything she has will be yours. And the NA ring. Fool. Her monkey wine is in her NA ring. Shoot, waste, why are you so slow? She's just a little girl, I really don't know what you're hesitating about. All the viewers of the stick country are extremely excited at the moment. In their own words, this is the closest and best opportunity in their history to win the powerhouse. It's so close, you should be able to protect the grandson, right? The audience in Xiaguo was also very nervous at the moment, for fear that the other party would directly pull out a gun and shoot. At such a close distance, there was no chance to dodge at all. Looking at Gongsunli's appearance, she should have whole cards, right? You've got whole cards, brother, have you drunk too much? When did she not have that expression? And now I think she kind of looks like she drank too much. It's like, don't you know what she's doing in front of her? It's just luck, or even if she has a bomb in her hand, at such a close distance, do you want her to die with the other party? Indeed, Gongsunli's routine, anyway, I don't understand it now. Damn. I think this is the biggest crisis, right? People's hearts, the most terrible, and she doesn't seem to have much social experience. Don't lie to this old man. Dog's Day. Lao Tzu of the stick country hates it when he looks at it. Don't really plant it here this time. In the official live broadcast room, Hu Bing and Huang Qi were also staring at the screen intently at this moment. King Huang Bing, you take a good look and pay attention to Gongsunli's body. I guess she is definitely not simple. Hu Bing opened his mouth and instructed, this Huang Qi has a lot of actual combat experience, but he is also dignified now. Because the distance between Sun and Takeshi Kaneshiro is too embarrassing, not far, not close, Even if he is in Siun's position, he is not sure that he will be able to take Takeshi Kaneshiro's gun. He didn't believe what Hu Bing told him, he hadn't heard of any teleportation ability in this world. It's all made up by the movie. So at this moment, Huang Qi is not optimistic about Siun. National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 35. In second home, Kim Sung-Ian also reacted at the moment after the initial surprise. She's a girl, she doesn't have a weapon, and this mythical beast doesn't seem to have any offensive. Jin Chen's gaze swept over Siun, and finally landed on the container in Siun's hand. Those drinks must be some kind of precious spiritual liquid she got here. Kim Sung-Ian thought about it, and his eyes became a little wrong. Oh. It turned out to be Xiaoguo's young lady. I'm so happy to meet you. Ha ha ha. Kim Sung-Ian's expression instantly became flattering, and he smiled very happily. It's just that this smile was a little disgusting in Siun's eyes. Oh, is it? Siun's face also had a signature smile, but this smile seemed to have a bit of an inexplicable meaning in it. And what are you going to hold in your hand? Siun looked at Jin Chen with a funny face, and said something that made him unable to calm down. That's right, Jin Chen has a gun, and Siun saw this when he just came over. With a pistol pinned to his waist, it's not hard not to pay attention. Yes, I have to say, you're smart. At this moment, a hint of gloom flashed in Jin Chen's eyes. He had already touched the handle of the pistol, and it only took a second to pull it out and aim at Siun's head. And because he was afraid that he would be in danger at any time, the pistol was not even insured. Thinking of this, the smile on Kim Sung-Ian's face became more and more presumptuous. Beautiful Miss Xiaoguo, if you obediently hand over the land requisition order, maybe we can still have an unforgettable night. Jin Chen, who is becoming more and more confident in his heart, is also becoming more and more bold, and even has bad thoughts about Gongsunli. It's disgusting. Siun, who was sitting on Yo-Yo's back, shivered coldly, with a look of disgust. Is this the quality of your stick country pioneers? It's disgusting. It's just rubbish, phew. This guy isn't a good guy in the first place, is he? I remember that the stick country doesn't allow residents to carry guns. Why does he have a gun? Not a soldier yet. Humph, I guess it's a bastard in the real world, and now I'm still a bastard in second home. This kind of person should die. I don't know how to be used as a pioneer. Damn, what should I do if my grandson leaves? What do you Xiaoguo know? Your vanguard is so beautiful, wouldn't it be a waste to kill it like this? That is, a beautiful girl like this should specialize in giving birth to children and cultivating excellent next generation. Don't care what method we use, you Xiaoguo, this time it's planted. Ha ha ha. The first land requisition order ended up in the hands of our stick country. This second home, let's go out first. In the real world, the people of Xia Kingdom can't wait to destroy all the stick countries now, but it's obviously too late now. Because Kim Sung-Ian's gun was already aimed at Siun. Madam, if you take the spiritual liquid in your hand and hand over the land requisition order on your waist to me, I will be happy, and maybe I can spare your life. Jin Chen was a little overexcited now. He didn't dare to imagine that he could take Siun down so easily, which made him feel unreal. It's just that he didn't notice that there was not a trace of fear on Siun's face. On the contrary, a trace of contempt flashed in his eyes from time to time. Forget it, you're so boring, I thought there was something fun. Yo, let me see your natural skills. Siun slapped his face listlessly and said that Jin Chen was really not challenging for her at all. Even if he was holding a gun, Siun didn't feel the slightest threat. Yo. I saw that Yo-Yu's two antlers were immediately surrounded by countless points of light, and then a ball of light appeared instantly, shooting towards Jin Chen. All this happened between lightning and flint, and Kim Sung-eun didn't have time to react at all, and the expression on his face instantly became dull. That's it, okay. Not bad. Siun knew that this should be Yo-Yu's stun effect. Immediately jumped off the horse, then took the gun in Kim Sung-en's hand, took out the hemp rope from the ring, and put it on him. When Jin Chen woke up, Siun had just tied the hemp rope. So fast. Siun looked at Jin Chen, who was blinded, and calculated in his heart that the time he was dizzy just now was probably less than 20 seconds. Thinking about Jin Chen's ordinary physique, Siun felt that Yo-Yu's skill was okay now, but he might not be able to help him in the future. Come. Give you a chance to say 3 words, what else do you want to say to your country? Hurry up and finish, don't delay my time. Siun took out the pistol he had just seized and pressed it tightly against Kim Sung-eun's head. In the real world, the live broadcast room of Seoguo and the live broadcast room of Stick Country are full of confusion. The barrage is full of question marks. That's it? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 36. What happened to me, Nima? Kim Sung-eun, this shit, the guns have been taken away. Damn, if he shoots, doesn't that mean we're all finished? Damn, this woman in Xia Kingdom, that divine beast. That divine beast just got a white ball, and then Kim Sung-eun couldn't do it. What should I do, what should I do? The live broadcast room of Bangsa country was in turmoil in an instant, and this riot soon spread to the whole country and the internet. I'm from the country of sticks. I beg you to let me go out. I don't want to die. The second Three Kingdoms is about to be born. What happened between the players of the Stick Country and the players of the Summer Country? What special abilities does that beast have? Because at the beginning, everyone thought that the land acquisition order was going to change hands, and many people around the world were paying attention to the two of them. So the situation here has spread directly to the whole world. This fact is unacceptable to all. What's going on? Didn't Kim Sung-eun point a gun at Gongsun and leave? That divine beast. Presumably, the skill of that divine beast is beyond the energy that humans now know, so Kim Sung-eun was directly hit. Damn. This second home is really different from our world. Magic. This is real magic. This is the power that transcends nature. That divine beast Yo-Yu Lumming has this ability, how can we play with it? This is completely unfair, beyond the power of humanity. We can only hope that the vanguard of our own country can also recover a divine beast. Isn't that something that only exists in games? This time, it was the first time that people in the world had seen this magical power, and relying on this power, it was possible to make a person with a hot weapon lose the ability to resist, which made everyone feel a crisis. And now, the happiest people are the Xia people. It's too good, just rush at Yo-Yo's hand, no matter how strong the opposite side is, you can directly fix it, right? I also want to enter my second home. I wonder if people have a chance to get this power. I think it's an exaggeration. But fortunately, it's from our Xia Kingdom. Ha ha ha. The stupid dogs of the Stick Country are dumbfounded. Ha 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 ha. It's really good, as long as there is danger, Gongsunli can always save the day. Life is full of surprises and accidents, ha ha ha. Fortunately, Yo-Yo has evolved, otherwise, this time it would be really dangerous. Or do you say that Gongsunli is the son of luck? Lucky general, lucky star, Stick Country will be the first country to be considered destroyed. Second home, feeling the cold muzzle on his head, Kim Sung-eun trembled with nervousness. Cold sweat unconsciously ran down his cheeks. Well, you know what? According to the rules here, you and your country will disappear together, hurry up, I don't have much patience. Sun took a gun and pointed at Kim Sung-eun's head, and the expression on his face was like a little devil. After living for 2 lifetimes, this is the first time to use a gun, and it feels really good. Rao. Please spare me. Jin Chen's nervous eyes were closed, he was afraid that Sun would accidentally pull the trigger. Originally, he looked at Gongsunli as more beautiful, but now that a pair of long legs were next to him, he had no time to take care of it, and he still didn't know what had just happened. Only the hemp rope on his body told him that it was all true. 5. When Sun heard Jin Chen begging for mercy, a trace of displeasure flashed on his face, he really didn't have the heart to waste time on such a person. 4. The audience in the live broadcast room widened their eyes, waiting for Gongsunli to shoot him in the head, and the crowd in the country of sticks fell into a state of madness at this moment. It is not death that is scary, but the process of waiting for death. And now, it is clear that Gongsunli is counting down to their lives. Countless people around the world are staring at the Xiaoguo live broadcast room, because this is definitely a scene that will go down in history, and the Xiaoguo pioneer is about to complete the feat of destroying a country with one person. 3. 2. Don't. I beg mercy. I know where the treasure is. You spare my life. I'll take you to find the baby. Please, don't kill me, please, I know where the treasure is. Jin Chen couldn't stand the psychological pressure, so he lay on the ground directly, begging Sun to let him go, and he was already a little incoherent. And Sun's hand that was about to pull the trigger also stopped. Do you know where there is a treasure? Sun's eyes were full of disbelief. If there was a baby, then who could sit still? Don't kill me, I know where there is a treasure, that place is too evil, I didn't dare go in a few times, you let me go, and I'll tell you where. Please, please spare my life. As soon as Jin Chen saw that there was a play, he immediately turned around and kowtowed to Sun, but unfortunately he was tied with hemp rope on his body, which looked a little funny. Kim Sung-eun swears that there is no more embarrassed person in this world than him. If you want to live, then don't ink. Sun thought for a while, and directly tied a loop to the other end of the hemp rope, and then put it on Youyu's antlers. Get up and take me with me, if you lie to me. Sun directly kicked Jin Chen, and the little black leather boots directly made Jin Chen grin in pain. Damn, this is believed. Don't talk, don't you see? Gongsunli thought about it just now, and now that Jin Chen is tied up, he is not afraid of any crooked ways at all. I'll go, I still think it's too easy to believe, right? Hey, is it a little girl after all? It's okay, even if there is really an accident, then Yo-Yo can escape with her. Anyway, I think she's quite ruthless, look at the kick just now, that little leather boot. Shhh. It, brother, don't you see that you still have this attribute? Don't speak, just watch, I don't know what the vanguard of the stick country can know. Xiaoguo's live broadcast room is harmonious at the moment, but in Bangsa country, he has gone crazy. Go abroad, I'm going to go abroad now. I think Kim Sung-eun is giving us time to delay leaving, hurry up, let's go. Escape. You will be dead here at any time, hurry. National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 37. The whole country of the stick country has become a mess, but at this time, where will the country give them away? What's more, no one knows whether they will not die after escaping or will bring disaster to other countries. Therefore, for the current situation in the stick country, all countries in the world have tacitly not spoken out, and they are all waiting and seeing. Of course, the airports of their countries have also suspended flights from all stick countries. In just a few minutes, it was as if the country of sticks had been isolated by the whole world, with no way to go to the sky and no way to enter the ground. Naturally, the most concerned people in the world now are Sun. Everyone wanted to know what Sun was going to do with the stick country pioneer. Hurry up! In second home, Gongsunli's soft cheers sounded. In the dense deep forest, Sun rode Yo-Yo with a leisurely face. In front of them, the tied Kim Sung-ian was already faltering, and the clothes on his body had already been scratched by those thorns. The whole person looked miserable, as if he was going to fall down at any time, but because the other end of the hemp rope was tied to Yo-Yo's antlers, every time he wanted to fall, he would be pulled up by Yo-Yo's head. Dead woman. I'm going to die with you. A hint of ruthlessness flashed in Jin Chen's eyes. That's right, the place where he is taking Sun now is the place that makes him feel palpitations in his heart. Although he didn't know what was there, he felt that he was a dead person, so he took Sun over, not only delaying the time, but also pulling someone to accompany him to the funeral. It's just that Jin Chen didn't know at all, and Sun, who had been sitting on Yo-Yo's back and looked like he had drunk too much, snorted imperceptibly. With Sun's strength, he can sense any negative emotions on Kim Sung-ian's body, and it can be said that Kim Sung-ian has no secrets at all in front of her. It's coming. It's coming. Kim Sung-ian looked at the traces left by his escape on the ground, and a trace of madness flashed in his eyes. It was less than 200 meters away from where he was. At this time, Yo-Yo stopped suddenly, and then turned his head to look at Sun on his back. Jin Chen, who was originally being towed, was almost dragged to the ground by Yo-Yo. Yo! Yo-Yo's cry was a little low, as if she felt something. It's okay, keep walking. Sun comforted Yo-Yo, and then began to look at the surrounding environment. Even Yo-Yo felt that something was wrong here, and Sun naturally felt it too. This place. Sun threw away the leaves in his hand, and finally put away the appearance that he was not there. This place seems to be really interesting. Sun turned over directly, stepped on the grass with a pair of long legs, and then followed Yo-Yo to continue to walk forward. Strange. Why is that palpitations gone? Is it really my delusion in front of me? Kim Sung-ian, who was walking in the front, had a secret fragrance in his heart, and now he had walked to a place that he originally thought was strange, but now he didn't feel anything. He couldn't help but start to be scared again, because this place was the same as the rest of the forest, and even if nothing unspeakable appeared, then he would die under Sun's gun. Wow! Rustle! There was a sound of footsteps, and Sun came up. Miss, listen to me. Here. SHH. Before Kim Sung-ian finished speaking, he was interrupted by Sun. Get out of the way. Sun said a word. Jin Chen hurriedly retreated a few steps, and then, Sun slowly squatted down. His hands were directly on the weeds on the ground, and he swept the weeds with both hands, and suddenly leaked a scene that shocked Kim Sung-ian. This. How can there be a pattern on this earth? Kim Sung-ian looked at the small piece of land that had been cleared by Sun in shock. In the forest, this piece of ground is not soft ground, but stony. And there are patterns painted on it. This scene instantly makes Kim Sung-ian doubt his life. As I expected. The corners of Sun's mouth leaked a smile. He had long felt that the texture of this piece of foot was different from other places, and the truth was exactly what he had guessed. It seems that the aura around here is also emanating from the ground. I just don't know what's going on underground. Sun thought as he walked back and forth to determine how big the scope was here. And Kim Sung-ian was standing next to him, and he was dumbfounded for a long time. Jin Chen, this idiot. He has been to this place several times and has not found anything strange underground. Now it's okay, he came directly with the pioneer of the Xia kingdom. Traitor. He is the scum of our stick country. Such a person should have died sooner, and now it's okay, he will take us with him when he dies. Rubbish, this is rubbish. I thought he was stalling for time. I didn't expect to really take Seokwaran to find the baby. When the people of the stick country saw this, they couldn't help but spurt out a mouthful of old blood. Not only the people of the stick country, but even the beautiful country is now beginning to think about whether to fight a wave of the stick country before Kim Sung-eun dies. This is really annoying. If you don't say that you are dead, you will widen the gap between us and Seoguo. The conscience of the pioneers of the stick country has been eaten by dogs. Waste. You take the people of Seo to find resources, you are the waste of the world. The live broadcast room of Bangziguo was instantly engulfed in a chorus of greetings. And Seoguo's live broadcast room, as happy as possible at the moment. I'll just say it, Gongsun is sure in his heart. Ha ha ha. I didn't expect the stick to be so good, take us to find resources. But he knew it was here, so why didn't he go in himself? Don't say it, the pioneer of the stick country is a good person. Good guy, ha 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 ha. You look at Kim Sung-eun's expression, does it look like he has eaten a dead fly? National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 38. It's a pity that even Kim Sung-eun himself doesn't understand what the situation is now. This. Jin Chen looked at Sun who was studying in front of him in disbelief. Obviously, every time I come here, I feel a palpitation, but why don't I come here with her? Kim Sung-eun looked at the patterns on the ground and almost spurted out a mouthful of blood. Isn't this equivalent to really finding a treasure for others? Bang. Thinking of this, Kim Sung-eun sat directly on the ground, and he was already discouraged. But Sun was still working hard, looking at the more and more patterns leaking around as she cleaned up, a smile appeared on Sun's face. Is this a circle? Looking at the six-pointed star-shaped formation under his feet, Sun looked up at Yo-Yo. She remembered that the first time she saw this formation was when she made a contract with Yo-Yo. It's just that the patterns in the circle under her feet now look far more complicated than the patterns in the original contract circle. But how is this circle going to work? Sun squatted down and put his left hand on the six-pointed star to feel it carefully. Is this a ceiling circle? After a while, Sun opened her eyes, and she clearly sensed that the strange aura around her was transmitted through the formation. No matter what kind of magic circle you are, since I have encountered it, you have to find out. Sun hesitated for a moment, a red light flashed in his right hand, and he was about to slap towards the magic circle. Woo! Suddenly, a strange voice sounded, and it sounded a little creepy. Interesting. It can even escape my perception. The corners of Sun's mouth curled slightly, and without thinking about it, the figure disappeared directly, leaving only a flower umbrella floating in the air. I saw a black mist sweeping directly over Sun's original location at an extremely fast speed. It's a pity that he didn't even touch the corner of Sun's clothes this time. Woo! The black mist seemed to have life, and when he saw that the blow missed, he rushed towards Jin Chen, who had been stunned for a long time. Jin Chen's eyes widened instantly, and he felt that the thing that made his heart palpitate a few times ago was the black fog in front of him. Unfortunately, he couldn't escape this time. AHH. A scream came out, and Kim Sung-eun's figure had disappeared in place. The black mist wrapped around Kim Sung-eun and quickly flew into the distance. Do you want to leave after you're here? Sun reacted, and two pink rays of light shot out from his hand in an instant. Ding! There were two crisp sounds, and Sun didn't know when there was a light blue light curtain around him. All of his attacks were blocked by the light curtain. Sun, who originally wanted to catch up, had no choice but to stop, stretched out his hand and touched the light curtain. Sun felt the real touch. Apparently he can't get out now. What is this light curtain for? Sun looked surprised. The current situation was something he never expected, but he didn't panic, because he felt that this light curtain was not a threat to him. Hexagram shape. Suddenly, Sun was stunned, and he saw that this light curtain was actually emitted by the six-pointed star under his feet, and it enveloped him and Yu in it. Buzz. Immediately after that, the color of the light curtain became darker and darker. This is a teleportation formation. Feeling a hint of feeling coming from the darkness, Sun's eyes widened. This was too unbelievable. Teleportation, even if it was him, it was the first contact. Could it be that I just walked out of this forest? Sun tightened the flower umbrella in his hand and relaxed his body. Yo, don't resist, let's see what this formation wants to do. As Sun's voice landed, the entire light curtain also turned completely blue. Buzz. Whew. Sun only heard a gust of wind in his ears, and then Senli disappeared in front of his eyes. In the forest, the figures of Sun and Yu had also disappeared, leaving only the bare teleportation array still in place. All the viewers in the live broadcast room have already been stunned at this moment. What about them? Why is the screen black in the live broadcast room? What happened? That black shadow killed Kim Sung-ian, and Gongsunli and Yu teleported away. This. Isn't that exciting? Why is there no live footage? Don't worry, Gongsunli should be fine. The expression on her face I saw for the last time just now seemed to be very excited, and I didn't mean to be scared at all. Then Kim Sung-ian doesn't know if he's dead. By the way, go to the live broadcast room of Bangzi country. Let's see if Kim Sung-ian is dead. That's right, hurry up and take a look. This time the stick country is probably gone, right? Haha. I didn't expect that in the end. Jin Chenjen didn't die in the hands of Gongsunli. Xiaoguo's audience poured into the live broadcast room of Bangzi country. It's just that before I could speak, I was taken aback. I saw that the live broadcast room of Bangziguo was also dark at the moment, and there was no picture at all. But the only difference is that they can hear Kim Sung-ian screaming. This scream is not the kind of neutral sound in the past, but the kind that makes people's teeth ache when they hear it. It was as if it was very painful, and it was not hard to hear that I fainted in pain several times and then woke up in pain. What is this doing? This. We don't know. When will Kim Sung-ian die? We're waiting to see the meteorite rain. It sounds so painful, let's die quickly. The audience of Xiaoguo naturally will not miss this opportunity, not to mention that they don't know what the situation of Gongsun is now, so they come to the live broadcast room of Bangziguo to vent. The audience of the stick country, who was already restless, heard Xiaoguo's intimidation again, and many people broke down and cried directly. Now listening to Kim Sung-ian's screams in the live broadcast room, it is even more uncomfortable than killing them directly. Hey, I'm going back, there's a picture in the live broadcast room. Xiaoquaran, who came to visit the door, was stunned and hurriedly returned to his live broadcast room. And at this moment, in the official live broadcast room, the recorder who was recording Sun's trip today had just finished writing the situation of the teleportation array, and as soon as he looked up, he saw a scene that he would never forget in his life. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 39. Dragon. Dragon. The recorder's hand holding the pen was trembling, his eyes were wide, and he couldn't speak smoothly. And at this moment, not only is he in this state, but all the viewers in Xiaoguo's live broadcast room have the same expression at this time. Several experts, including Hu Bing, Huang Qi, Han Li, and others, were all stunned at the moment. Finally, a few people reacted, and they just opened their mouths wide, but they were so anxious that they couldn't speak, so they could only rub their eyes twice, and then look at the screen again. It's no wonder that they are, it's really too scary to see the scene in the live broadcast room now. On the screen, I saw that the sky was full of yellow sand, and there was no end in sight. Sun and Yuya were standing in the middle of the screen, but at the moment their heads were both tilted up. Above the sky, a golden dragon is tumbling up and down. And the form of the giant dragon is exactly the same as the dragon in the legend of the Xia kingdom. The head is like a camel, antlers, rabbit eyes, bull's ears, tiger paws, eagle claws, snake body, and the body is covered with a layer of carp-like scales. The body is hundreds of meters long, bringing an unparalleled shock to people's vision. Even one could see the dragon scales stirring slightly on its body. Ang! The golden dragon looked up as if it was playing, and there was a loud dragon roar when it looked up. It gives people the feeling of only noble, mysterious, and powerful. Damn, I know, dragons must exist, you see. All the 12 zodiac signs really exist. Is this really a dragon? Oh my god. Looks terrible, doesn't it? I'll go. Will it be dangerous for the grandson to leave her? Can't put the dragon as our totem, how can you kill us Xia people? No, why are our legendary creatures in second home? Dragon. It seems that many of these legends are not groundless at all. The people of Xiaguo are so excited that they are about to go crazy at this moment. Whether the dragon really exists or not has always been an unsolved mystery in Xiaguo. And the people of Xia have always regarded themselves as the descendants of the dragon, and this time they saw the real dragon. Of course, one was more excited than the other. And the movement in Xiaguo's live broadcast room was also directly transmitted to other countries. How is this possible? Didn't the dragon of the Xia kingdom say that it was fake? OMG, true dragon, this is the dragon of the East. The dragons in the East have come out, doesn't this mean that we also have dragons in the West? Phew, what are you called dragons? You are called lizards at most. Descendants of the dragon, are all the legends and stories in the world true? A creature that can fly without wings. Damn, this dragon wouldn't manifest, would it? If this dragon could manifest, the whole world wouldn't have to play with it. This creature looks so scary, you look at its eyes, it's scary. At this moment, the people of Xiaguo felt extremely proud. After all, the creature dragon has always been synonymous with Xiaguo. The rest of the world did have other speculations about Xia because of the appearance of this dragon. And now, not only have they seen dragons, but they have also seen them in the vanguard. It's just that, compared to them, Sun seems a little calm, or rather, it's a bit too exaggerated to be calm. Huh. Second home, Sun moved his neck, he looked up for too long, and he was indeed a little tired. I thought this teleportation array could teleport me somewhere. This is a dragon, it's still a fake. Sun almost burst into foul language, and finally teleported over once, just to see the image of this dragon. Hearing Sun's words, Xiaguo's live broadcast room suddenly quieted. It's fake. Sun complained again. That's right, with her perception ability, she didn't even need to look carefully to know that the golden dragon in the sky was a phantom. Because in her perception, there is everything in the sky, only the eyes can see, and what momentum or something. It's all fake, and she doesn't feel it at all. Hey, you don't have to be happy, it's fake. If it was a real dragon, I would have fallen to my knees. Sun half-jokingly said to the air, but the people in the live broadcast room knew that this was what Sun was saying to them. This dragon. Is it fake? No, why would she know it's fake? What did she say just now? And said that if it was a real dragon, she would kneel down under the coercion of the light. Could it be that she had ever seen a real dragon? What does that mean? How does she know so much? Don't guess, haven't you read the novel? Fuck off. Anyway, I think Gongsunli has a secret. Aha! It turns out that this dragon is fake, it scares me. Ha ha ha. It seems that this world is the first, is it still my beautiful country? Foreign-haired devil, fuck off, even if it's fake, it's not easy here, have you ever played the game? What about the vanguard of your country, won't they still hide in a tree and dare not come down? You can't even see a fake. Xiaoguo's live broadcast room quarreled again because of Siun's words. It's just that a few people in the official live broadcast room frowned. Fake. How did Gongsunli see it? Could it be that she had gained some abilities in her second home that we didn't know about? Ha ha ha. Don't think about it, I don't think it's a problem with this little girl, but you've been chattering, she's on the scene, we're across the screen, of course it's different. Yes, after all, we're across the screen, so it's no surprise. Hu Bing listened to the words of several people around him, so he had no choice but to nod. In this way, I hope that Gongsunli can be safe and sound, and I don't know how she will return to the forest next, or is this also part of the second home world? National Games online game, transform into Gongsunli at the beginning. Author, show your secrets. Chapter 40. Suck. Yuanzhou took a small sip of monkey wine, and a satisfied expression leaked from his face. Ignoring the dragon phantom in the sky, he began to look at his surroundings. Yellow sand, except for yellow sand and yellow sand, is endless, and the temperature here is very high, and there will be a gust of wind from time to time. The wind swept up the sand, blowing Sun and Yu everywhere. Even Sun's physique felt a hint of heat, but the strange thing was that not only was there no sun in the sky, but even the entire sky was gray. With the yellow earth, people feel depressed unconsciously. So Sun unconsciously drank monkey wine faster. Ang. Suddenly, a loud dragon groan came, and this time the dragon groan was different from the previous one. Because of this dragon groan, Sun actually felt a different taste from it. That feeling just now, is it long way? Sun's eyes widened and he looked at the dragon phantom in the sky, which was no longer churning up and down at this time, but was just coiled above the sky. The dragon head was just facing Sun's direction, and a pair of blood-red eyes seemed to be looking directly at Sun. It was as if it was angry because Sun didn't care about it. Could it be that this phantom is really not simple? Sun's mind was full of doubts, and the golden dragon phantom seemed to have heard Sun's question. The eyes that were originally emotionless actually anthropomorphized and leaked a trace of pleading. Before Sun could react, he saw the figure of the golden dragon hovering, heading directly towards the ground in the distance. Yo, let's go. Sun felt something, knowing that this might really be a big opportunity, so he didn't delay immediately, and rode directly on Yu and rushed in the direction where the golden dragon disappeared. Haha. The wind roared in Sun's ears, but Sun's eyes became brighter and brighter. She felt a sense of familiarity. It's the breath above the teleportation array in the forest, just ahead. It's getting closer, yo, I'm working harder. The ground here is all yellow sand, fortunately, Sun's speed can be so fast, otherwise if she only relies on her own body method, I am afraid that she will be exhausted when she gets there. Po. Suddenly, Yu, who was running wildly, seemed to have broken through some seal, and Sun also found that although Yu was still running rapidly, her ears were quiet. There was no sound of the wind, and there was no more yellow sand blown by the wind, as if the whole space was still except for the two of them. No. Ahead. There's something in front. Suddenly, Sun exclaimed, and Yu hurried forward. Is this a keel? Sun stared blankly at the skeleton in front of him, the entire skeleton was still on the yellow sand, and many of them had been buried by the yellow sand. But because he had just seen the phantom of the giant dragon in the sky, Sun recognized it in an instant. This was the dragon's bones. Maybe it's the bones of the dragon just now. However, although there is only one skeleton left, it is still not difficult to feel a simple and powerful aura. Just looking at this skeleton, you can know how powerful such a creature was in life. But why are there dragon bones here, and how did they die? Is there anything more powerful than a dragon? Sun's education since she was a child was the same as that of everyone else in Xia Kingdom, so the dragon is also very mysterious and powerful to her. A series of questions surfaced in Sun's mind, but no one could answer them. Directly in front of her was the dragon's skull, just a skull, bigger than the two Sun combined. Looking at the skull in front of her, Sun felt more and more that this was the one she had seen just now. Ding! Congratulations to the vanguard of the Huaxia Kingdom for discovering the traces of the god-level race dragon clan. Next, please accept the dragon god test. If the test is completed, you will get the dragon inheritance, and if you fail the test, you will lose the inheritance qualification forever. As soon as the mysterious voice fell, Sun felt that an extremely strong fluctuation was being generated in the skull in front of him. Above the skull, dragon chi is taking shape. Dragon legacy. Sun muttered in his mouth, as if he hadn't reacted yet, and suddenly, Sun's eyes widened. Hey, how did the test begin? I wasn't ready yet. And at this time, Xiaoguo's live broadcast room exploded. Are you joking with me today? First said that there was a dragon, then told me that it was fake, and now give me a whole dragon inheritance. What is the inheritance of the dragon family? Will Gongsunli become a dragon? I don't know how strong it is, but there is only one chance. If it fails, doesn't it mean that we can only wait for the pioneers of other countries to come and challenge? Damn, what are you talking about? Hey! The legend of the Eastern Dragon turned out to be true, and now the vanguard of the Xia Kingdom is about to accept the test left by the dragon. This can't be. She will never pass the test from the dragon. The dragon is a god. No one can fight against a god. If she doesn't pass the test, will she die? If she does, then I wish she died here. Looking at the live broadcast screen, many foreign viewers began to think crookedly, and even began to curse. This time, Xiaoguo's live broadcast room is truly standing on top of the world and has attracted the attention of the world. Dragons have always been legendary creatures on the Blue Star, but today, in the live broadcast room of the Xia Kingdom, it has been confirmed that they are real, and their vanguard will be tested by the Dragon Clan. You can even get the dragon inheritance. How can this not be shocking? How can it not amaze the world? Pray. You must not pass the test. Otherwise, the Xia Kingdom will be out of control. Countless foreigners clasped their hands together and prayed to the dragon god to take out Sun with great might. But the audience in Xiaoguo also has words in their mouths. Bless the great dragon god. We are the descendants of the dragon. This test, just pretend. I hope you don't embarrass your descendants too much. Although the audience of Xiaoguo did not have much hope for Sun in their hearts, in such a situation, no one dared to say that Sun was not.